Like that's phenomenal.
100%.
I do, but also what I hate is that he had the last collab album for his album, Paper Trail, like the Illuminati, like I think it was like Paper Trail Illuminati, and like there was already YouTube videos saying that he was sacrificed. I was like, bro, what the fuck are we doing right now? Like, no. Like, so this Memphis rapper was not sacrificed to Illuminati. Like, I can guarantee you this.
Right. Before we went to Colombia, I listened to that album and I noticed that imagery and like I was like, man, Dolph, like I don't know if this was like a marketing thing or what, but as soon as he died, all day. As soon as he died, I'm like, I thought of that cover art and I'm like, here we go again, like the fucking GTA Grand Theft Auto meme or whatever. I was just like, come on, man, like there's gonna be so many fucking TikToks talking about how, you know, he was gonna expose this industry and do all this shit.
No, he was just trying to be. He was just trying to be fucking funny about it, bro. Like, that's
right. Like, it's funny how when people like this who clearly are tied to the streets and have like enemies due to jealousy and envy die, like it can never be, oh, they just got caught slipping, but it's not like this ever happens to a rapper like Jaden Smith or fucking Childish Gambino, knock on wood. It always happens to the people that have some sort of ties to the people that want to do harm, and people just for whatever reason want to feel like there's a greater reason that is avoidable. Like I guess it's scary to realize how random death can be. Like you can just go to the grocery store and fucking get shot.
Right. Yeah, so but what are your, we've been talking about this for how long now, bro? I think we've been doing this pod for almost 2 years now, which is crazy. But the idea of like this keeps happening in hip hop culture. Like, and it doesn't, like, I hope it stops. Like, I hope this is the last one. But unfortunately, it seems like it's not going to be. So like what are your thoughts that this keeps happening to the people we look up to the most?
I think for me, I've just been trying to find like a reason and analyze the patterns and see if, you know, is this just because social media is more prevalent that we're hearing about it more, or is it actually happening more? And I feel like it is happening more because in my childhood, I don't recall it's happening very much. I think it has a lot to do with the fact that it's much easier to become like a prominent rapper. So like quote unquote regular people who may not be taking it quite as seriously, have other behind the scenes things going on that are more likely to result in death. And by that I mean, I feel like a lot of these rappers like him are like more businessmen who happen to rap, or like drug addicts who happen to fucking make music.
Got you.
And then that's leading to these natural or expected situations that other musicians in the past wouldn't necessarily be involved in. I feel like in the past, like if you were doing music, that's like all you fucking had time to do, and you weren't gonna get involved in the shit. Whereas now it's like the drug dealer's like, fuck it, I'll throw a song on SoundCloud and like I'll be famous and I'll still fucking sell drugs. And then they get shot, and then we're like, oh shit, like what happened?
They were still doing the same shit they were doing before. It's hard for them to lead that life. Yeah, dude. I mean, and also like I think just like there's a thing of I think a jealousy that comes from like our people, to be honest, bro. Like I don't think that the normal average, I mean not to be racist, but like that the average white person who loves pop music or country music has. You know what I mean? Like if I'm the average white guy and I see Harry Styles performing, I'm not envious of what he has. You know what I mean? Like I'm like happy for him and I'm just a fan. Whereas it's weird, like if I'm the average dude from Memphis and I've seen Young Dolph come up and I'm like, yo, he's just like me. But why the fuck is he on top? And I don't have shit. Like, fuck him. You know what I mean? Like, it's wild how, like, our people have that mentality at times. Again, like you said, it could be 1%. But, bro, that 1% is still fucking massive. And it only takes one fucking person to, like, end something for you, bro. So I think there's something to it that, like, all these people seem to die when they come back home or when they're home, right? Like, except for Pop Smoke, again, we don't know what exactly happened with him in LA, which is probably even more tragic. Like I think he was only in LA to get away from shit in Brooklyn. But like Nipsey was fucking in front of his storefront, shot and killed. I remember this guy named fucking Stack Bundles was living in Harlem, shot and killed. Fucking This guy doesn't fucking live in Memphis anymore, visiting a fucking local cookie store. It's like, yeah, it's like, damn, like, why does it have to be the hometown that takes them out? And it's like, bro, like if I can't feel safe here, then really no fucking rapper feels safe anywhere then. Which is, again, which is so stupid, because I don't, like, Diplo's not fucking walking around with 3 bodyguards and, like, you know, fearing for his life. My man's fucking diving into crowds and, you know, walking down the streets of Winwood like it ain't shit, because yeah, man, it's just a different time. Again, and with your point, like, these people with envy are also everyone on social media. They can actually see exactly where the fuck you're at all the time. Like, I'm sure it's not a coincidence that, he posted a month ago that he was at that cookie store, and they knew when he would probably stop by there the next time he goes to town. Like, that wasn't a fucking coincidence.
Yeah, and it could have been as easy as maybe the day after one of them went in there pretending like they didn't know Dolph, and they're like, oh, like, I heard Dolph came here, like, that's so dope, like, I'm a big fan, like, and then the person might have been like, oh, he comes here like every first Sunday or some shit.
Yeah, he's always here, and he's in town. Yeah, 100%, man. So yeah, dude, fucking tragic. Again, I totally agree with your point. Like, it becomes even more tragic when you start listening to their lyrics, and then it's like, oh, bro, like, it's one thing if he was like a choir boy, you know what I mean?
Because, like, every time this happens, like, I go back and listen to the catalog, and then I hear, like, unfortunately, lyrics that would be spoken by the suspect. Like, it's the rapper saying, oh, like, try me and you're gonna get smoked. Or like, if you try me, like, you know, your mama's gonna be crying, or like something like that. And it hurts even more, because I'm like, damn, that's literally exactly what happened to you.
Yeah, dude, when I hear there's one pop song, Smoke is like, yo, clap back, don't stop shooting. And it's just like, damn.
And to send me the Addy shit. Like, literally.
That's what happened. Yeah, bro. Like, it's, dude, tragic, man. So I mean, it might be a mixture of them getting smarter and leaving that shit behind, but there's just something about hip hop culture, bro. Like, if you're not in that circle, there's so many people more envious of you than, like, actually trying to propel you to be bigger, which kind of sucks, bro. Like, it's like, why have a SoundCloud? Why I'm not popping? It's like, all right, bro, you're probably not talented. Like, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. You know what I mean? Like,
right. I also wonder if people try these dudes, like, knowing that if they fail or whatever, they're not going to go to the authorities. Because, like, you know, if you were trying to fuck with Jaden Smith, the FBI would have your ass, like, the next day. But if you're trying to fuck with Gucci Mane or some shit, best case scenario, you rob him. Worst case, you end up dead. But you're not going to jail. You're
not going to jail. The consequence, I feel you. And if you are going to try him, like, you're probably already prepared to die. You're like, fuck this. Like, Yeah, I feel you. So, dude, real quick, just to get off this, like, really depressing topic, the first, like, half an hour of this. Your thoughts, though, on, like, the Soulja Boy aspect of this, and, like, him wilding on IG Live, showing no remorse, and to give you a story, I think 2 or 3 days before Young Dolph was gunned down in Memphis, I guess Key Glock had a pretty cool poster, or like a VR kind of setup in Times Square. And I think they both posted, Key Glock and Young Dolph, first rapper to have this kind of billboard in, you know, Times Square. And then obviously Soulja Boy chimed in, and then, like, they had a whole IG Live battle back and forth, him and Dolph. At one point, legit, like, Soulja Boy grabbed money and said, yo, fuck around, I'll put like $100K on your head. And, like, obviously no one really thought that was gonna happen. And then it just so happened he died 2 days later. He got removed from the tour that was gonna go through Memphis. But then, like, when people were, like, hitting him up on IG and, like, yo, like, that's wild, like, you feel bad, yo, the way he tripled down, like, yo, fuck that nigga, like, he ain't shit. If it was me, I'd be happy. And I'm like, that was just weird to me, dog. So, like, your whole interpretation of that.
I don't want to use the word respect, but I do appreciate when celebrities don't show fake love. But at the same time, I think it's tacky to... No, I'm pretty sure Soulja Boy had nothing to do with this murder, but I think it's tacky to be so caught up in how he could capitalize on it from, like, a marketing standpoint and be like, fuck it. Like, I know I didn't do it, so therefore I have all the power to make it seem like I did it. Drop this song called, you know, Stack on Your Head or whatever the fuck it was called, and then just pretend like he actually killed him. Especially, like, this quickly after it all happened. Like, it just shows you that a lot of these people don't have like respect or morals.
Yeah, but it's one thing that this is like some stupid Memphis rapper, bro. Like Soulja Boy is like almost like pretty well loved across the industry, and it's like, bro, you're probably the biggest you've been since you came out like 10 years ago. Like I just didn't see the need for this approach, right? Like I thought that whole Young Draco shit was like a fucking funny little thing. But, like I don't think anyone actually believed he was like about that life.
Yeah.
You know? So like that was weird, bro. And like again, like I agree with you. Like, yo, don't like if me and you have beef, don't fucking post a picture of like, damn, bro, I wish we fucking figured it out before you. No, bro. Like it's cool. Like just don't say anything. But my thing is like, if you legit hate someone, there's no need to go on Instagram Live and tell the world, like, yeah, fuck it. Because it feels like you're legit pissing on their grave. Like, bro, let the dead just rest, bro. Like, again, if you don't say anything, bro. Like, don't acknowledge it. That's fine. But to fucking double down and, like, a family's mourning, a city's devastated, it's like, bro, like, that just seemed like a very odd look for me. Like, honestly, from that moment, bro, I unfollowed him, bro. I was done with his ass. I am done with him. Because, like, that shit just, like, it just rubbed me the wrong way. I'm like, bro, I don't see the need for any of this because it's all just show. Like, it's all show. Like he's like, yo, I dare one of y'all to pull up. I got fucking 6 shoes ready to go. I'm like, bro, why are you snitching on yourself, bro? Like, shut the fuck up. Like, so, yeah, that just fucking, I don't know. It just felt like, it felt immature, but fam, you're like 30. So, like, you're 31. Like, there's no need for any of this.
Yeah. For me, like, I kind of see him in a similar light to Tekashi, where, like, I don't expect a whole lot more than this behavior, because like Soulja Boy, I don't think he really trolls so much as he does exaggerate like him being the best, him being the first to do this, fuck everybody else. And I think he took that like persona or whatever too far and just like kept that same energy at the wrong time. And not that it makes it right, because I'm sure like most of it is just like an entertainment thing for him. But I feel like for me, I like from certain artists or celebrities, I don't like expect to have any class really. Like even when I see some of Soulja Boy's interviews, I'm like looking for a moment to be like, this is the real Soulja Boy. Like I feel like at all times he's always this like character. I'm like, okay, like I wouldn't be surprised if he literally pissed on his grave and like posted it.
Yeah, like everything has to be like a viral moment for him. It can't just be like a normal fuck. Yeah, exactly. I totally agree with that, bro. Like, I totally agree with that. But that's also what really like got me enamored with fucking Young Dolph after going through his videos, like interviews. Like, yo, he's mad fucking quiet. It's like a fucking like legit like a shy dude. Like on the Drink Champs interview he had that was like 2 years ago. Bro, like he only had one drink and like really didn't even want to look at the camera, but still kept dropping gems because he's like a fucking very knowledgeable person. So like, yeah, it just sucks that like, again, bro, kudos to him. Like Soulja Boy's like doing very well for himself financially, but it just, honestly it also seemed like he was just fucking high out of his mind. Like he's always rolling joints. He's always fucking drinking.
That could have been it too.
It could have been that too as well. Like the ego at the best of him, but it's just weird, like, bro, like, again, you don't have to say, I'm sorry for his family, I'm sorry for his loss, because, again, this guy also threatened you 3 days earlier, but I don't really see, if you're not going to say anything nice, bro, don't say anything, bro, like, no one's asking you for an apology, just, like, don't say anything, like, hey, no comment on that, you know, it is what it is.
And the sad thing is, even if he did sincerely apologize, like, I feel like whatever street dudes he pissed off, like, are still going to want to hurt him, at the very least beat his ass, if it's not, like, murder.
Yeah. It's hip hop's like, this is like the ugly part of hip hop. It's not just us.
Once
like,
you cross that line.
Yeah. It's not just us reviewing fucking fire music and just saying, damn, this one really was like a nice soundtrack to my week. It's like, bro, these guys are actually trying to like find ways to like end people's lives, like not just careers. Like that's just weird.
And I think a lot of it has to do with like the energy you give off, like in terms of, even if you're not like a rapper with ties to the streets, let's say you're like a YBN Namir who like raps about like literally shooting people and shit, but apparently doesn't have any history of like actually doing that shit or being tied to a gang. I feel like people are going to try that person, but like you're not going to get cool points for fucking with DJ Academics, like beating his ass.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Like he's not.
Same thing with like Jaden and Tyler. It's like no one's fucking playable. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're just like, why? Why would you? You know what I mean? But again, they're not rapping about it. You know what I mean? Like they never admit, they're never like trying to boast something they're not. So again, yeah, to your point, it's the energy you put out. Like, bro, it's not realistic to talk about shit. And then like when you're tested, like, what are you gonna do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So again, shitty situation. Again, rest in peace to young Dolph. Definitely lost him. I think he's in hindsight, bro, I think he is like a legend. I think he's go down as a legend, bro. Like 36 years old, and dude, how big that fucking empire was becoming at paper route. Like, bro, that sucks, man. So yeah, definitely salute to him and his team. I guess a pretty good story.